right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Marissa Chemotti. I work with San Diego State University and the Child and Adolescent Services Research Center, CASRIC. This Lund year, I was an advanced medium-term trainee, and my project is looking at program evaluation and reporting for nonprofit organizations serving teens and adults with disabilities. And this was in partnership with nonprofit organization Banding Together. Next slide, please. So instead of myself introducing Banding Together, I will let them speak for themselves. Go ahead and play, Maya.
Just let me know if the sound isn't working.
Banding Together's mission is to bring music opportunities to individuals with special needs. Since 2009, we have been accomplishing this through key objectives that include providing music therapy scholarships, free community programs, and experiences with guest musicians. For people with special needs, no matter their ability level, music can be an avenue where they can express their emotions, connect verbally or non-verbally, and build meaningful social relationships with others. Due to the many financial challenges families of individuals with special needs face, many are unable to afford music therapy services. To help low-income families in need, Banding Together offers music therapy scholarships for those who require a more customized approach. In addition to scholarships, we created a music therapy group known as Jam Sessions for teens and adults. The purpose of this program is to promote socialization, emotional expression, and communication. This popular program is provided in multiple San Diego locations.
Let's pause there.
Palma, Carlsbad, and El Cajon. Each jam.
So next slide, please. I love this video, but we don't have time to watch it all today. But I really just wanted to give you a glimpse into the Banding Together community and some of the programs that they are running. In particular, we are talking about jam sessions today, as that was the focus of my project. So in speaking with Banding Together's leadership team last fall, we talked about a key need that to move forward with this project. So similar to many nonprofit organizations, Banding Together's jam session program is largely run on volunteer time and donations and grant funding. So we wanted to think about ways to improve data collection and reporting practices to support ongoing grant applications and funding opportunities. Next slide, please. So to do this, we had an iterative approach of involving the leadership team from Banding Together, discussing aims and continuing to adapt them over time to be sure that this was going to be a beneficial product for their goals. And really the meat of the project was looking at relevant grant applications that would be applicable to Banding Together, as well as similar programs to jam sessions across community and research settings to find salient features and themes that would make them potentially a more competitive applicant. And then considering ways that these could be actionably applied to the current practices, and overall the product creating a summary of recommendations to summarize all those findings and give Banding Together some actionable steps forward for ways that they could implement these. So I will be meeting with Banding Together leaders next week to talk through the product and think about brainstorm ways to carry it forward. Next slide, please. So a little bit more about that document of recommendations. So you can see here a list of some of the categories that are included in the document. And it's structured in a way that there are guiding questions or things to consider, and then actionable examples that could be ways that they could start applying it in their program, or things that I've noticed in their program that they're already applying and could really be sure to include in grant applications or in their reporting practices. So giving themselves some credit for what they're already doing, and then resources for ways to carry it forward and things that I thought would be helpful in thinking about how to apply this. Next slide, please. So here is, this is a lot of information on one slide, but I wanted to give you a little glimpse into one of the tables that's included in kind of the format of pieces of the document. So you can see this is for the category stakeholder engagement. So thinking about ways that they could demonstrate how they are already connected in the community or plans for future partnerships. So for example, a leading or guiding question could be, how do these partnerships make your program more sustainable and have potential to expand to further context over time? And this could be particularly of interest to funders in thinking about how the program can be sustained and explaining the ways that their current networks or plans for connections to locations and resources could be a benefit. So I'm going to provide access to the full document at the end of my presentation, but we're going to move on for now for time. Okay, so I always have trouble with this word, implications. So we believe that there are implications across audiences. So first, obviously for banding together, that was our intention. And then we think that some of these practices can also be applicable to similar groups, similar nonprofits that are serving this population, as well as for San Diego Lund in general. So our key initiative was to seek ways to increase competitiveness for grant applications. But in speaking with my committee, they recognized in reviewing the document that this implementing some of these strategies would not only make the program more attractive to funders, but also potential areas of growth for the program and organization in general. So those are really the pieces that we think could be applied across different programs. And then developing this community academic partnership with Banding Together. So a sub-product of this project was I created a list of initiatives that we didn't have a chance to address together, but that Banding Together could work together with in the future with a future San Diego Lund trainee. Next slide, please. And I just want to give many thanks to my Lund trainee or Lund committee and the leadership team, as well as Banding Together leadership, all the community members that are a part of jam sessions. And I want to point out, if you're curious to learn more about their program, there's their website there. And on the right-hand side, if you would like to view the full document, you can use your phone to scan the QR code. All right, and that's all for now. So I'm open to any questions.